everybody, I'm Liz and it's Wednesday, so of course you're gonna get another Top 5 Wednesday video. If you don't know what Top 5 Wednesdays are by now, you might be sitting under a rock. That is a fantastic Goodreads group hosted currently by the fabulous Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. It is a Goodreads group. They give you a topic and then you pick 5 things, typically book related, that fit the said topic. I'll leave everything down in the description below so you can check it out if you're interested and want to learn more. Today's topic involves the authors you want to read more from. This basically means that you've read 1 or 2 books from them and they still have other publications that you would like to read and that you feel like you need to read. And I have a list of authors that I want to read more of their works, but many of them are from the current series that I am reading from. So I have taken out all of those series that I still haven't finished yet and come up with the 5 authors with separate series that I really want to read and that have been on my TBR for quite some time. First, we have the fabulous Shannon Crane Camp. She's a really good friend of mine, so she's a local Utah author. And I read Pwned last year, right after I read Me Before You, just so I could not get in a reading slump. And it's a really cheesy high school romance about a cheerleader who is a closet gamer, and basically all of that stuff gets threatened in this book when one of her gamer pals ends up going to her school. It was so fluffy and just one of those angsty teen books, and I just really want to read more of her work and really appreciate just all of the hard work she's done to be an author. So I currently have Perish, which is one of her paranormal stories, and it sounds really, really good. I've heard so many great things about it. The basic plot is that there's a girl named Sadie Smith and she's a paranormal investigator, and so she gets an anonymous client that wants her to go and investigate this historical location. It ends up being somewhat of a romance with her teammate Jefferson, so it's going to be this really interesting paranormal fantasy romance-esque book that I'm really excited to pick up as soon as I can. The next author I have shouldn't be a surprise for you guys, and that is Gillian Flynn. I read all 3 of her creepy, spooky mystery books. We have Gone Girl, Dark Places, and Sharp Objects. I read all of these by the summer of last year, and she came out with another book called The Grown Up, and this is another kind of paranormal thriller mystery story. So this book follows a young woman who commits fraud by pretending to be a psychic, and she gets commissioned by a woman named Susan Burke to go and investigate this eerie Victorian home that has haunted her. And things get a little out of control and she realizes that maybe ghosts are actually real. So this definitely sounds like a very interesting thriller type story, and I absolutely love Gillian Flynn's writing, so I'm sure I will love this book when I actually manage to get my hands on it. The next candidate happens to be Amy Kaufman herself, who co-wrote the Illuminae Files, which happens to be an amazing sci-fi thriller romancy type crazy story that I absolutely adore. And another book she co-wrote with Megan Spooner called These Broken Stars has been on my TBR for so long. It happens to be a sci-fi alien romance story. It's very much a star-crossed lovers type tale, and I keep checking it out of the library and then getting absorbed in other reads before I could actually manage to finish this one. So one day this will be read, and hopefully soon. The next author happens to be the one and only David Levithan. I read Will Grayson that he co-wrote with John Green, And I really enjoyed this story with LGBTQ elements. It's very much a contemporary romance, and really finding yourself and finding self-acceptance when you happen to be gay and you are worried about coming out of the closet. And another one of his books called Two Boys Kissing has come across on my radar, and I am so interested and intrigued about this story that I really want to read it very, very soon. It takes place with two boys trying to win the Guinness Book World Record for the longest kiss. And it really talks about coming out, being gay, all of this along with the AIDS epidemic. So it has a lot of very strong themes, and I'm also just very excited. The last author I have is the king of English literature himself, and that's William Shakespeare. I have read the plays / watched the plays of some of his very famous works, like The Tempest and Romeo and Juliet. We have Hamlet and Macbeth and King Lear and all of those other plays. But there are some I haven't managed to get to yet, and I want to read basically all of his works. The most important ones that I really want to get to are A Midsummer Night's Dream, Othello, and The Taming of the Shrew. I haven't gotten to those yet, and I hope to very soon. So there we have my top 5 authors I want to read more books from. If you have any authors that I haven't mentioned that really need to be read, let me know in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe if you want to stick around, which I hope you do. And I know my Saturday and Monday video didn't happen. Finals have been really kicking my trash lately, but I have a Saturday video planned for you guys, and it will be uploaded no matter what. So until next time, goodbye!